Hello. My name's Alys Rujasu. This is Pac-Land. David, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am David. And I will be the other runner of Pac-Land today.
Yeah. All right. So this is a classic arcade game that was ported to the TurboGrafx 16, and yeah, I guess we can get started here. You wanna count us in?
Sure. All right, so let's go to that trip numbers screen. You ready to go?
Ready?
All right, let's go. In 3, 2, 1, go. My timer didn't start. I hope that's not going to be a problem. Do we go back to the... Hold on, let me...
I can reset.
Yeah, let's just reset it. I had the wrong stuff. One more time.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready. You ready?
Ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there we go.
So, yeah, this is like basically one of the first ever action platform games. You run, you jump, you try not to die. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it even predates Super Mario Brothers, if I recall.
Yeah, the arcade game predates Super Mario Brothers. This version of it is a little bit later, but it's essentially the same game. It's pretty close to Arcade Perfect, with the biggest change is that it's on TurboGrafx, so you can use Turbo,
Yeah,
which helps a lot.
yeah, it is very helpful because in order to move, we don't actually use the D-pad to move. We have to use button 2 and button 1 to move, and we don't hold them down. We have to rapidly press them in order to go our fastest speeds. So it's a good thing we're on the TurboGrafx then. And
Yeah,
also, we jump using the D-pad, like any direction on the D-pad.
Yeah, it's an interesting system. Like, these are some interesting controls even for the time, but you know, we do the best we can with them. Sometimes they let us go in the direction we want to go in. You will notice sometimes it looks like we should be able to make a, precise little jump, but, since we're moving with turbo controls, they're not quite as reliable as we'd like all the time.
Yeah, especially since it's, 2 frames on, 2 frames off?
Yeah, it's definitely, like, not super precise controls in a game where you want really precise controls. Like, there's a lot of small ledges and quick jumps that you want to be able to make. So it makes things challenging, but this is a fun game that I enjoy a lot. Control issues aside, it's based on the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. If anybody remembers the Pac-Man Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It is a just glorious classic piece of American television. So if you recognize like the background music, it's from that cartoon. So there are 32 levels of this run that we're doing, which is we call it 8 trips, the whole dang game, because the game's, it's divided into 4 trips, basically. So it's 32 levels. And, they get progressively harder and just, like, more complex versions of the same levels. So you'll see a lot of levels later on that are similar to the ones we're doing earlier, but they're just like a little bit harder. You'll see the enemies moving a little faster. You'll see harder jumps that we have to make, that sort of thing. One thing that is consistent is you'll have, there are always no more than 5 ghosts on the screen, so it's kind of similar to to Pac-Man in that respect. Like, you always have the same, like, 4 colored ghosts plus one more that kind of lurks in the background.
Yeah, in regard to the whole 8 trips thing, like, as the rounds get progressively harder, like, a lot of people run the 4 trips category, because after 4 trips is about the point when the game starts to get really difficult and starts pulling out all the stops.
Yeah. Like, the 4-trip run of this, I would say, is very, very friendly if you want to just kind of get into the run. Like, it's pretty easy to learn. It's only like a, 11 and a half minute run. But then the whole game run is much more challenging. It's closer to a half hour, and there are currently only 4 people who've run it, 2 of which are in this race right now.
Yo. I mean, I would say, like, it's half an hour if you're familiar enough with the later trips to know how to beat them. My first time playing this was probably, I don't know, hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, the first couple of playthroughs I did of this, I could get my way through most of it, but some of these later levels would just completely wall me, and I'd be doing them over and over and think, oh, I just, like, can't beat this at all, and, eventually I was able to overcome them, but they're pretty sadistic.
Yeah, a yellow gave me an unfriendly pogo in round 9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, round 9 is where you start taking a death here and there. Like, I have made it through the first 16 levels of this without dying, but it's tricky to do. But once you get into the later trips, like, you're gonna take some deaths. It's just gonna happen, and you just hope to not die too much.
There's, like, almost guaranteed to be a game over in Trip 8.
Yeah, if not before.
I actually have no idea what my PB is as far as number of deaths or continues goes. But, like, if you get through the whole dang game using only 2 continues, then you probably did really well.
Yeah. I have once made it through this using only 1 continue, and that is the world record run. Like, you almost always get multiple game overs, and you just have to use a couple of continues, and this game gives you unlimited continues. The arcade version notably does not, and nobody has completed an 8-trip run of that, to my knowledge. But this game gives you unlimited continues, and you're going to have to use a couple of them to make it through. Sometimes several. So I have been fortunate enough here to get it to round 12 at this point without dying. But, these are the relatively easy stages that we're going through here. You're going to start seeing more deaths coming up.
Yeah, one of the things I think we like to say is that you don't have a run until you're done with round 31.
Yeah, there are, round 31 especially, there are a few rounds toward the end that really make or break. 29's another one that, you either get through real quick or you spend a lot of time on it. But 31 is kind of the hardest. not that 32 isn't. Like, 32 is no slouch. But, yeah. So I did take a death there on round 13. But overall, this is going pretty well for me.
Yeah, round 14 is one of the ghost levels. There's only like 3 of these.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. 14 is the easiest. It's not super challenging. Like, you're not super likely to die here, and the route's pretty simple, so you're not likely to get lost. I found that the second ghost house on round 19 is the one where I'm most likely to get lost, and then round 30 is the one where I'm most likely to just die.
Alright, and then we've got these water spouts.
Oh, they're our favorite thing ever, right?
Yeah, if you run into a water spout, it's going to drag you into the water. And it's possible to escape, but not very likely. So just say to the water spouts, "Not today, Satan."
Yep. And it's not just that the water spouts kill you, it's that they kill you kind of slowly. Like, it's a very inconvenient death.
They also, in the later stages, have a tendency to block your path and then make you stuck waiting for a ghost to get you.
Right, yeah, you... in the later levels, that's very common for you to just be stuck between, like, an enemy and a water spout, or like 2 enemies, or put in some situation where it's like, well, either way I go, I'm gonna die, so guess I'm taking a death here.
So that was a 1057 4 trips for me.
Yo! That's really good. Is that your PB for 4 trips?
I have no idea. I don't track my 4 trips PB.
Yeah, I just got 4 trips in about 11:16, but world record for the 4 trips is like 10:54, I want to say.
Really?
Yeah, like anything under 11 minutes for the 4 trips is really, really good.
Oh! That was way too high. The spring
Yeah, so
in round
17 is where... Oh, the spring?
Yeah, it sent me too high.
Yep, it'll do that. Yeah, 17 is just a steep increase in difficulty from everything that came before it. You see here I've taken a couple of deaths here on 17. It's just how this goes. Like, 17 is rude.
Yeah, and then 18's gonna have the log jumping stage get a little more difficult.
Yep. Yeah, it's like if the controls weren't difficult enough, now you have to run across spinning logs. Sounds fun, right?
So you end up in this weird position where you're like trying to angle things just right to build up the momentum you need for a big jump and hoping it works. Because sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is, you have these like little tiny platforms that you're standing on, and you need to get a running start on like all your jumps in this game. If you don't get a running start, then your jump is just like pitiful. So you have to get a running start on this tiny little platform with like 8 pixels. And, you know, did I mention the controls in this game are bad? So, yeah, it's challenging to navigate those levels.
I don't think you get any coyote frames for jumps either.
Yeah, no. It's not that kind of game.
Right. Round 20. The ghosts are on strike. Do not cross the picket line.
Yep. So I'm still on 19 here, but when we get to round 20, round 20 is the longest level and also the one with the fewest enemies. It's just sort of a test of your patience and endurance, basically. You have those two ghosts at the end of the level who, you know, they're scabs. They decided to cross the picket line. And they can kind of catch you napping sometimes if, you know, because the rest of the level is kind of boring and, like, nothing threatening. And then you never know quite when those two enemies are going to show up. You gotta stay alert and ready for them, or else they can get you.
Is round 21 the one where you do the fire hydrant trick?
Yeah, I'll be showing that off in just a moment here.
Yeah, I never learned the trick, so...
Yeah, I did use it for 13 as well, but it's a little less effective on 13 because you only skip like sort of the middle part of the level. But on 21, it basically lets you skip the entire second half of the level. So I'm on 21 here, so I'm gonna try and show that off here. I do need to get through the first half of the level, which first half of this level is a little bit challenging, so I have to take this, can't take that for granted. But yeah, I just stand on this fire hydrant and it will shoot me up onto the rooftops and I can just walk across the top of the level. And there's basically nothing threatening me up here, and I'm done. So that makes level 21 a lot easier, because if you don't go up there, then there's a lot of stuff going on lower. You know, there's planes and cars and all sorts of stuff to worry about. I'm in danger of my first game over here on 22. There it is. I got a game over. So when you get a game over and you have a high score, you have to enter your name, and I just try to do that as fast as possible. Enter my name on the high score. We do kind of require like a hard reset when you're doing PB attempts, so that you don't fill up the high score count beforehand, because that would make this really awkward to run, because you could like save time by filling up all the high scores beforehand, and it's just that would just not be a very player-friendly experience. So just have to do a hard reset. But I am through 22 now. Have a couple of lives. It sounds like you're probably still a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah, I just finished round 24.
Oh, nice.
I'm still rocking like 3 extra lives. I haven't game overed yet.
You're on a good pace. I don't want to jinx it, but that's pretty good.
Trip 7 is scary because it's really... I just cursed myself.
Yep.
It's scary, like, kind of like Trip 8 is, but you direct a lot of attention toward Trip 8 to try to make sure that you can do Trip 8 just fine. And so Trip 7 is still plenty difficult, and you're not likely to have practiced it as much.
Yeah, for sure. And there's sort of a lot of unpredictable things that happen in Trip 7. Like 26 is the hardest level on that trip, but then 25 and 27 they're kind of sneaky hard. I'm on
I fell.
24. What's up?
I fell. Up! 26 is treating me unkindly now.
26 does that. 26 is extremely rude. Like, I have practiced 26 a good bit and found some tricks to get through it, but it's just hard.
It's very difficult, and I just took my first game over on round 26.
That's well done, though. That's like, on my world record run, I took an intentional game over on round 25, but anytime you can get into, like, trip 7 without taking a game over, that's extremely well done. And I just took my second game over on round 25.
No, the blue plane's not playing nice today.
Oh, I hate... The blue plane is just the biggest jerk. Like, all the planes are jerks in this, but the blue plane... the blue plane's kind of fast, but the blue plane does, like, a little dip that just always seems to get you.
That's another game over on round 26.
Yeah, 26, like I said, 26 is a big-time jerk. 26, 29, and 31, I would say, are the levels that really just completely wreck runs sometimes. So I'm coming up on 26 here in a minute. Yeah, just going into 26. So yeah, this is really the most difficult stretch of the run coming up here, like 26 through 31.
Okay, it took a few tries, but I'm past 26 now.
All right.
Yeah, I've found that if I get through 26 cleanly, then it goes alright. But if I take a death near the waterlogs, then the blue plane's gonna be in the way, and I don't know how to deal with it then.
Yeah. So yeah, like, if you see what I did there, that's how I deal with the blue plane. I just kind of stand, like, all the way to the left of the log. Of course, I managed to die after that, but that's okay. We'll just run it back. So yeah, that's, I think, 3 game overs for me now. You take a lot of them in this part of the run. Yeah, 26 is just, you get the combination of the planes being jerks, and the platforms being jerks, and the logs being jerks,
Ow.
and just all of it at once. So yeah, I'll have to do it again here. So stand here, jump over the yellow, wait for the blue goes over my head, and I'm past it. And so here I'll kind of try to fake that out, and so I'm trying to sort of draw these planes in and then jump over them. Okay, through 26. I don't have any lives left, but I'm through 26. I'm gonna take an intentional death at the beginning of 27 because I don't have a high score yet, and I can take another game over pretty quickly here, and then I can get through 27. Because 27 is like sort of the most unpredictable level in my experience. You just never quite know, like, what enemy types are gonna show up during parts of it. You get UFOs, you get pogo sticks, sometimes you get planes, more planes, sometimes you'll get a bus out here. This is the one level that'll just throw, like, sort of whatever kind of enemies it feels like Normally the enemy types are very predictable and their movement is very predictable, but 27 just does whatever it feels like.
Yeah, I got past round 29 first try, which always feels good.
That feels amazing when you get 29 on the first try. It is very rough when you don't. So I'm on 28 at the moment.
And I am now going into round 31.
Good luck!
Yeah, so round 31 is going to be one of those water spout levels, and there's going to be no pickups that you can grab to get yourself extra platforms, and there are ghosts everywhere trying to block your path. So you will very often find ghosts blocking your one path, water spouts blocking another path, and then you just die. I've got uh-oh, that's not good. Water spout got me.
No!
Now let's see, can I bait out a plane here? Yes, I can, which gets me over here. Bait out another plane here. Oh, that was close. Game over. It's alright though.
Let's see if I can run the 29 gauntlet here.
I know the lore for 31. I can deal with it. I just didn't go in with full lives, that's all.
I was on the plane for about 2/3 of 29, and then I lost it.
Yeah, and then you respawn on what we call Penalty Island.
Yeah, so I'm at least on the second penalty island and not the first one. And I'm through. I am through 29. I did the evil cloud platforms. Those cloud platforms just big time jerks.
It's alright, let's try this one more time. If I can bait out a plane. I can make it. Oh, there's another few jumps to make. And I'm through 31.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, one of the tricks that you can use to get through 31 is to bait out some planes so you can use them as platforms, which helps quite a bit. And then that brings us to round 32, and I have no extra lives for this one, but that's quite fine since the entire stage is water, and extra lives are no use here anyways. You gotta do the whole thing in one shot. Time's gonna be when I lose control at the end of this stage. If I get there, let's just grab that for safety, and that's time for me. 27:32.
GG.
GG. Oh boy.
Very well done here. Very well done there. I'm still on 31, and I just took a game over. But that'll give me a full deck of lives to finish off 31 here. I will get to hopefully show off the trick that I used to get through 31. First half of it's going to be pretty difficult because these UFOs that go all over the place, and these planes that just come out of nowhere, and water spouts. But I'm gonna get this power pellet, and I'm gonna jump over all this stuff, and I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna bait out planes, and I'm gonna jump on that one, and I'm gonna jump on that one. And I'm gonna ride this red plane to the end of the level, and I'm not gonna worry about any of that difficult platforming that David had to do. I'm just gonna take the easy way out, and I'm through 31.
Awesome job. Oh, that's a great method for getting through it.
Yeah, that is my favorite trick in this run. And I've gotten to be able to do it fairly consistently. I'm kind of looking into if there's ways I can like do it faster, like if I can do it earlier in the run, or earlier in the stage, or if I can get on like one of the faster planes, because red's the slowest plane. But it's really difficult to get a pattern where you get a faster plane there. You have to kind of try to manipulate the logic for what order planes come out, because you'll notice enemies in this game. The yellow ghost always comes first, then the pink one, then the blue one, then the red one. So there's ways you can kind of manipulate that. Like if there's already a yellow enemy on the screen, then you can get the pink one to come out. Or if there's nothing on the screen, then you can get the yellow one to come out. So there's ways you can kind of use that to manipulate what plane's gonna come. And time's coming up for me. There. Time.
Nicely done.
30 minutes, 18 seconds.
Very nicely done. This is such a difficult game.
Yeah. Very
so
difficult. Anytime you can get around like 30 minutes, that's good job. You did great. You said you got what, 27 and change?
Yeah, 27:32.
Very nicely done. Yeah. But yeah, this was Pac-Land 8 Trips. Hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah. Congrats on winning the race. Anything you want to say?
I'm feeling really inspired by this Newtopia 2 run coming up.
Oh yeah, Newtopia 2.
But also I should thank Flannel Cat and Peace Egg for getting me into this game, because it's so much fun.
Yeah, same. I watched this on Peace Egg stream first, and then later I saw Flannel doing it, and I was like, you know what, this looks fun, I want to give it a try. And so I did, and I didn't think I could do it at first, but then I did, and I've gotten pretty good at it. And I'm happy that you've come along as well, so that we have four runners of the whole game now.
But there could be more. You all in chat could play this too.
You could be the next Pac-Land runner. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks so much for having us.
Mm-hmm. And see y'all later. If I cut stream, will they notice?